Welcome to 1407 Gray Malkin Lane. This is the living memory of the X-Men. Don't let anyone tell you different. Okay, now it's time for our weekly AKPC with, well, hey, if you know what it means.
Well, today we're just AK.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Serious. Wow, I didn't really think about that. But we need to talk about that more. We'll get into it. Got MJ, Master Jarl. You got me. We're talking X-Men. How are we feeling about X-Men this week, man?
A lot. I just finished. I forgot I didn't read. Marauders was really boring this week, so I
Really?
stopped halfway through it.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot I didn't finish it, so I had to finish it just now.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's interesting because I really like it. I really liked it. Like it reminded me of another book.
We didn't learn anything new, really.
Yeah.
I guess kind of. Marauders was better than Immortal X-Men. I guess that was really boring to me.
Really? Okay, we're gonna have to. Okay, which one do you want to talk about?
Let's start with New Mutants. Let's get that one out of the way.
All right.
I like that one. That was good.
Yeah, I did. I liked it too. We had a conclusion. It wasn't man hating. We saw. Yeah, it was a simple story. It was a rescue story. You find out, oh wait, it wasn't a rescue story.
Yeah,
it
was more of a romance story, if anything.
Right. Like, okay, with Warpath even said, like, Gabby is a highly trained assassin, right? So she's fine. You can't treat her like she's a real little girl. No, she will kill. And she has.
And it's okay if she dies. It's okay. For one, she doesn't feel pain. She feels zero pain.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's okay if she dies. And two, she get resurrected. Facts. So there's almost no flaw in her dying.
You know what? What Akira was doing, I'm going to go with it. I'm just like, it's a Japanese name. I'm with it. I don't really see the whole thing issue with Dakin, but you know what? To each their own. They're going this way. Let's go this way. With Akira and Warpath, Akira was trying to he was trying to do an overcorrection because from earlier when she last died, where she died, and I see where he's coming from, but it was he's like, no, she's my little sister. Like, bro, why do you care about her now?
The part that didn't make sense to me was that it's never been explicitly said that Warpath was in charge. Right. I've never known. I knew Warpath was training all the kids. Right. I didn't realize that he was the official quote unquote leader of the New Mutants. He hasn't led a single New Mutant squad in any comic.
No, he did
in this run.
Oh yeah. I mean, in this run, yeah, we saw him do that. He was training on the moon, and they all got attacked by that brood.
Yeah, I knew he was training them. I just didn't realize he was technically in charge, at least in Dakin's mind or Akihiro's mind.
See, the way I look at it, now that you mention it, it's more so he's being a teacher. You know what I mean? He's taking responsibility for the students. He's teaching them how to use their powers, how to offensive and defensive, and trying to teach them accountability. I get that. Okay, I get that, but Akira really doesn't know what he's talking about most of the time.
That's why I find it a little funny that people's complaint about this comic is that Akihiro was really soft and weak. The first thing Akihiro does in this comic is try to assassinate Warpath. Right. That's the first thing he tries to do. That's not soft. That's not
at
weak.
All.
He was trying to punish Warpath. He was trying to punish him with assassination.
Right. I would not call that weak. I would say he's emotional. That's what I would say. Emotional. He was overly emotional. Warpath, okay. This writer, it's not Vita. It's somebody else. I know it's weird. No, look through it.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's either a new writer or a guest writer.
That makes sense. It actually had a different feel to it.
Right? It just
New
felt,
artist as well, right?
huh?
I think a new artist as well, maybe.
Yes, it's a new artist as well. Like new writer, new artist. But they didn't say anything, so maybe it's like a fill-in. Like maybe Vita's gonna come back next month.
took a break off.
Oh God,
Not actually, because one of the best New Mutants issues.
it's just terrible. Like no, it's just like we got 6 months of a discussion whether or not of them trying to like go back. Okay, I don't. Okay, they're trying to go back with all the old stuff that was established in House of X, and they can seem like it was all Xavier's idea, like the no clones, kill, like the whole thing with the Shadow King, the whole and they question the amnesty thing, and then like they oh man, and oh God, that book's so bad. They
One
went
thing
out of their
I
way to
find
show that Shadow King was wrong, but he wasn't really wrong. He was just a little paranoid, but
Mhm.
like they both weren't right.
Right.
Like
Well, the interesting thing about the Shadow King, it wasn't even the Shadow King. It was
right,
like
right.
an
It was the
echo.
original host. Yeah.
It was the echo of the Shadow King. The Shadow King that from Arik's mutant power mimicked the Shadow King or something.
Right, yeah.
Mm.
So and
But,
also
one thing I found a little lame in this issue was that Akihiro mentioned that they weren't even sure that Scout would be resurrected. You fucking knew for sure she was. There's other clones that maybe are in doubt if they'll get resurrected. It's Scout. It's Wolverine's daughter.
yeah,
There's
that is
no doubt in anyone's mind she was getting resurrected. No one on, even all her friends had no doubt.
right. No, because remember, well, are you talking about when she died the first time, or when yeah, Dakin wasn't even around.
Even Dakin wasn't scared that she wouldn't be
I gotta stop
resurrected.
saying that. I gotta stop
Yeah.
saying Dakin. It's Akira. Akira, no, he's an overcorrecting dick. Like I understand where he's coming from. He's coming from a place of love, but like, bro, get your head out of your ass. Like Wolverine should have been there, be like, she's an assassin, right? She kills people just cause.
I do kind of like the idea that Akihiro is taking on the responsibility of father figure for both him and bit of X-23. Like Wolverine has not taken that on whatsoever.
At
So it's
all.
kind of like Akihiro randomly out of nowhere in this issue is taking that on.
Right, exactly. I'm with that. I like, but she, would he do that with Laura though? I want to see how their relationship is going to be portrayed.
Since coming out of the vault, I think he's probably been worried. Like he never thought he would lose his siblings before because
Right.
they have healing factors and resurrection. But then all of a sudden X-23 was taken from him for like 3 months or something.
It was a minute. But they were there for like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
That was weird. Side. Oh God, we're good. But I liked it. I love any chance to see Warpath. I'm with it. I just want to see him with his old X-Force buddies. Like I just want to see him like hanging out with like Farrell or like just
Absolutely.
yeah.
I love friendships. We
Oh,
need more friendships. It seems like everyone in the comics are either lovers, ex-lovers,
or people want them
rivals.
to people want them to be lovers. Like we never just see like, hey, you're my friend. We've
Yeah.
been through a lot together. Like
Especially girls and guy relationships. I want to see I want to see more friendships between guys and girls.
yeah,
It's not always sexual.
you know what? I always thought that I'm sorry, Kate Pride and Nightcrawler had a really good friend. You know what? Fuck that. I'm calling her what it is. Shadow Cat. Okay, she was Shadow Cat when I met her. Like no one said no. I'm not doing this. Shadow Cat was a great name. I don't understand why people. No.
Didn't she go by Prestige at one point? Or was
no,
that
that was Rachel. That was Rachel.
That was Rachel. Prestige, right.
Okay, no, actually, here's what I'm going to say. Fuck Josh Whedon. He's the one who brought that old, she's Kitty Pryde. They're like, no, she's Shadow Cat.
Yeah.
Shadow Cat's a cool name.
It is a cool name.
No, like, just, all right. So Nightcrawler and Shadowcat have always had a really cool relationship. I
Mhm.
always thought, like big brother, little brother. I mean, little sister, and like, you know, hey, but yeah, you're right. We don't see enough spotlight on male female relationships, or even just friendships in general. Like
Mhm.
even Xavier and Magneto's friendship, like that, those displays. I don't know, like it makes me feel a little bad. Like I was like, oh, okay, those are friends. They're walking at the same time. They want each other to succeed. All I hear is Twitter like, they're gay for each other. Like they're
Mhm.
sleeping together. Like, oh, come on, really? This is the same thing. This is the same shit I had like back in the day during Lord of the Rings when everybody's like, "Oh, Frodo and Sam are totally doing it." Like, God, I hate the internet. It's
Yeah,
ignorant.
everybody is shit.
It's funny, but it's like ignorant.
I wish we got a scene though of Xavier and Magneto playing chess together. I
Yes.
I I know that's a trope from the movies, but they should throw that into the comics.
Oh yeah, oh, most definitely. I'm with that. I like seeing, but I also like seeing Xavier and Magneto's relationships with other people. Like I
Mhm.
would love to see how Magneto and Beast are right now, or
Mhm.
Xavier and like I don't know Exodus.
One of
Like
the most human moments we got from Magneto in entire House of X was when he was reintroduced to Peepers.
yeah, oh my god, that was so funny. Did it, I You're there. You're right. You're right about that. Like that was so. He was like, "Bro, bro."
He
And
didn't
this,
even know he was resurrected. He was like, "You've been resurrected, my
like,
friend."
you're like my. He was like my dude. Like how you been? Oh man, I'm just out here, peeping this, doing that, working for Sword. Hey man, we gotta get a beer. The hell, yeah, we are. No, I love it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I want to see Magneto. Hey, let's have bro time with his friends.
Mhm.
Like,
Just the
so
symbol of the brotherhood, you know.
the brother, you call it the bro,
Yeah, the brohood of friendly mutants.
right? The hood of bros. Oh wow, that okay. I'm with that. The hood of bros.
The
Okay, so
brotherhood of former hood bros.
right. Okay, so you didn't like Marauders.
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I just found it a little boring. Like not much happens. It's just all a bunch of judgments. Like at least in Immortal X-Men, I guess we got an awesome punch from Shaw, but in this Marauders, there's almost no combat.
I get okay. I get all right, we'll get to Marauders in a minute. But like with New Mutants, I really like it kind of felt like they were just arguing the entire time. I wanted like I just kind of saw it like a movie. Like it's like this is all your fault. How is this my fault?
I loved it though. It's like one of those old cop movies where you have two cops with entirely different personalities.
It's like I hate you. I'm gonna kill you. You know what? Seriously, I'm tired of you. Stop saying you're gonna kill me. No, but I feel you on that one. Okay, moving on. We got Marauders. We got Wolverine,
That was good too.
Immortal X-Men. Do we really count Death to Mutants? Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, but
It was kind of, yeah.
I mean, I am interested in the deviants, but I feel like there's something else going on there. Like
It
it's
was it was really hamstring the whole deviant arc.
yeah, it
They,
like
they,
it look it. We're like, wow, they're about to do something. Like they're gonna align with Krakoa, and then they're gonna screw them over.
Mhm.
Okay, so which one? Marauders, Wolverine. You know what? Let's do. Let's do. Oh man, I love. Okay, you know what? I'm saving Immortal X-Men to the end because that was my favorite. It was like I love Shaw. I
It
like
was good.
every time Immortal X-Men comes out. That character is now my new favorite. He's now the most interesting character.
It's Immortal X-Men is doing a wonderful job at having telling a larger story, but also honing in on one person every time. It's done amazing.
absolutely.
I'll probably go Wolverine first, though. Let's get that one out of the way,
Okay,
I guess.
okay. So Wolverine.
It was good too. Wolverine is usually a hit or miss comic for me, but this one it was good.
Oh yeah. Okay, I read it like a couple of days ago. And it just didn't hold. Oh yeah. With the
The
Judgment Day and Solemn, right?
Golem, the
Oh, the
the
hand. Oh yeah, the
the
hand.
sect of the hand, the demon sect of the hand, led by the demon bride.
Right.
She has a mouth on her that whew, I'm not even sure I like that.
No, I mean, it's like she's mad because you killed her husband. I remember. Okay, all right, it's coming. It's coming back to me now.
Maybe her husband was her dentist, and that's why she's mad because her teeth
Parent,
need work.
serious. No, but I love the fact that Solemn is still doing what we all saw
This
last.
was a brutal comic.
Yeah.
I can't believe how gruesome it. This might be the most gruesome Marvel comic I've ever read.
How so? How is it gruesome?
We watched like 12 women get ripped apart by demons.
Oh well, there
Someone
are.
was just having an orgy, and then all of a sudden he gets like a sense, and then he ditches the orgy, and the demons come in and tear apart these women. The demons like taking a bite out of the girl's breasts at one point. Like it is gruesome.
I'm
It
gonna
was the
have to
most
reread that book. I'm gonna have to reread that because now that you brought it up, I'm like, okay. I'm like,
it was it was 12 innocent naked women. Like they had bras on, but
sure.
innocent girls, and then Solemn ditches them, and all 12 of them get like ripped apart. It was brutal. I'm real mad at Solemn for that. Like I can't believe Solemn
No.
was
I
so
didn't see.
free, but he ran away.
I don't. I didn't even think about it like that. Okay. Okay.
And he ran
Okay.
away, which is really pathetic. Like Solemn, like come on
But
now.
it's Solemn though. He ain't shit. Like
I
Solemn,
don't think he needed Wolverine's help though.
he doesn't. He just wants to mess with him.
I agreed.
Just want to mess with him.
I think he just took advantage of the situation to like team up with him.
Oh, also we forgot he wants swords.
But he wants Wolverine's sword for sure.
Yeah, he wants the sword that he lost.
I'm talking about the other sword.
Yeah. He wants two swords. Oh God, that's
He
rough.
does though. He's a vicarious man. He one point he kissed Wolverine on the nose.
He's a hypersexually vicarious by man.
Yeah.
Oh no, but you're absolutely right. He wants the Miramosa sword.
Well, so Solemn has both of them already, and Wolverine made a deal that he will wait to go collect them. The Wolverine basically told Solemn, "I will come collect them one day, but I'm busy right now."
Right.
Because he's basically because he has to save Miramosa, the
Yeah.
soulsmith. I believe to resurrect him, they need his souls or something like that.
Yeah, it was in the soul. But I'm with it.
Solemn agrees to give the swords to Wolverine in exchange for it's actually a really bad deal for Solemn. So Solemn has to not only give up the swords, but he has to agree to help kill a god in
Oh
exchange for Wolverine helping to kill a
yeah.
demon.
Yeah, he's like, you help me kill the one above, I'll help you kill the one below. Oh yeah, okay, no, he wants help to kill the Hellbeast. No, okay, I see it now. I see. Okay. Solemn, like Wolverine tells Solemn, you help me kill this Eternal, that's a Celestial, I'll help you kill that Hell bitch below. Okay, I get it.
The thing I didn't understand though is I think they're retconning the Muramursa blades to being able to kill Celestials.
No, they are. They're
He's
God.
going up to the grass cutter blade.
Oh, but I thought one was called God Killer though. God Killer and Grass Cutter.
No. So the two Muramursa blades aren't connected to that. Grass Cutter and God Killer are two other blades from Tennis Swords event.
Right.
He has to go get one of those blades. I don't know why he has these blades right now, unless they're retconning these blades to be as powerful as Grass Cutter and God Killer.
I think there's.
They might be. They might be. You might be right. I might be wrong.
These
blades
I'm gonna have
might
to
be.
reread it.
I know Grass Cutter is a really old blade in the lore, though.
Right.
And Muramursa just made these blades just recently, and Grass Cutter's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that one's related, but I know Grass Cutter and God Killer can cut Celestials. So
okay.
I don't know what they're doing. But it seems like the hand, the bride of the hand, is also decided to kill the Celestial.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because at one point she says something like, if we let this Celestial judge the Earth, how many souls is he going to steal from hell? And then the
Yeah,
Celestial says, how curious, how foolish, we shall see. And then the Celestial then creates like a mini version of himself and sends that mini version to go fight Wolverine and the Hand.
okay, yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah, we'll
I'm
see
kind of
what's going
curious
on.
is that the Celestial is judging demons. I didn't think it
I,
would.
it's judging everybody.
I
Everybody.
thought demons and aliens would be exempt,
If you're on Earth, if you live on Earth,
but
at
clones. He's not judging clones.
least not yet.
Well,
He's
he
probably
refused to judge. He refused to judge. What's the Spider-Man villain? The Hunter, Craven the Hunter.
Craven.
He
Oh
refused to judge
yeah,
Craven because he's a clone. Or at least the Craven thought that the reason he's being refused judgment is because he's a clone. It's possible that the Celestial is just not judging him yet. You know,
but then he would have said, "I'll judge you later."
he would have said, "I will judge you later," but he didn't say that.
You know
Craven
what?
looked
You know
into the
that makes a,
void, and the void refused to look back at him. That's what Craven says. He
that
looked into the void, and the void refused to look at him. And then he thinks in his head because clones are unnatural.
that
So it's
okay.
possibly just not being judged yet. But it looks like clones aren't being judged. So I thought anything that wasn't natural to the Earth wouldn't be judged. So I thought aliens, demons, and
And clone.
clones and robots would all be exempt. But the eternal machine is going to get judged, and that might be a robot.
That is
Um,
brilliant.
so
Well,
it's unclear.
well. You know what? This is Ben Percy. Both of these books are done by Ben Percy, so he probably did that intentionally. Like
Seems
so.
like this one feels a bit of a hypocrite. Even the way he's judging people, some of them he judges them because of one decision. Sometimes he judges them because of flip flopping on decisions. He's not having a clear cut
I mean,
judgment.
okay, no, he's okay. No, he okay. He's okay with people who don't hold themselves back, regardless, good or bad.
Right. But my problem is that Exodus got a pass because he was willing to sacrifice himself. Why would
Oh,
Captain America? Captain America would sacrifice himself a million times over.
yeah,
Why
but
he
that,
pass?
no, because with Captain America, America, like he's supposed to be the symbol, but his country isn't that. It's
But is it willing to sacrifice yourself, or is it that he passes Fastos because Fastos made one decision and then he made a different decision, but because he was willing to make the other decision, he passed. So is it because you're willing to flip flop, or is it because you're willing to do one thing full force? Cyclops would have sacrificed himself. He would have.
oh yeah, absolutely. Cyclops is he's down for.
So I mean, Captain America. Captain America would have sacrificed himself. Had he
Oh
given
yeah,
them
but no, you're
the
absolutely right.
choice,
Captain America, if he died, he would die to make the world and not, as well as America. But like America is he's supposed to be a symbol of America. And you see Captain America, you love him, but then you go into America, you're just like, it's a political thing. It's a slightly political thing on Kieran on Gillian's part. He's kind of going with the you know your country, you're the symbol of the country. You're supposed to be the best and the brightest, and like, but you're not. Your country is not. Your country is a reflection of you, and yeah, that's not. And the fact,
but I
yeah,
feel like by that definition, Exodus should have failed. He is a symbol of the Christianity faith, and Christianity has failed. So, like,
no Exodus.
if Exodus was it was a zealot in that moment that he believed that he could outcompete a demon and hellfire, and so because he was so zealous in his faith, he passed. But his
Yeah,
faith is flawed. Captain America is super zealous in his country, but his country is flawed. It just feels like for one it applies for one, and another it doesn't apply.
we're gonna have to see how that falls because like the way I look at it with Captain America, Like, and all right. First with Exodus, I think he was failing at first. I think Shaw saved him. I
Oh,
that's what I got from that. Like the fact that he didn't die was how he passed the test. Because originally, like he like
hmm.
no, that I think that was oh, you know what? That's Immortal X-Men. We're gonna get
Wouldn't that be the test on Shaw though? But you're right.
no, because we saw
He
Shaw's test. We
he
saw
didn't pass until after that happened. So you could be right. But
yeah.
yeah, so which one are we on right now? We're on Wolverine still.
Yeah, I liked Wolverine.
It was good.
Yeah, it was fun. This is the Ben Percy I like. I'm like, "Ah, there you go. This is when you're not writing bad comics. This is the guy I like."
Yeah.
Like, but we still got Marauders, Immortal X-Men, and we'll talk. Would you rather talk about Death to X-Men or She-Hulk? What's fun?
Um,
Oh, just what?
Either
All
or.
right, all right, Marauders. Okay, I okay. How do you feel about it, man? How do you feel about it?
So it was very confusing. I had to read it twice, and I didn't want to have to read it twice. So I read half of it, and then I read it the last half today, and I reread it again today. So I read it
Twice,
once and twice today. Um, it was really confusing because like at one point I wasn't even sure they were being judged
right?
because in the beginning it explains that apparently that one blonde girl is
Oh,
has a mutant
Birdie.
that
Oh yeah,
Birdie.
yeah.
She has
Birdie's
a mutant power of like um she can like she's
therapist.
like a therapist.
Yeah,
She's like a therapist and like a mutant therapist. And so she mixed her power with Solemn to create like this therapy where you could like in one day you could get like a whole month of therapy.
right.
So I wasn't even sure they were being judged. It
Oh
seems like
no,
they were
no! They weren't being
reliving their
judged.
judgment.
No! They weren't being judged.
They're
Okay,
reliving their judgments,
no! Not they're not being judged by the Celestial at all. They were just dealing with all their old issues.
but
Like
they they
because
did
like
talk about
no, because like all right, see what the thing with the Celestial is that like he's judging everybody on things that they know they should have like God.
well, like the first thing Birdie says to them is, "How were you judged?" And then she like creates like this like simulation of the judgment. I think she's making them relive their judgments
Or
to like
maybe like a potential, maybe it would be like a potential like scenario. Like Bishop is good
um
with everything, and he's one and like if the Celestial okay, anything I think the Celestial is asking him like really hard questions. Like, why haven't you done this? Oh, okay. See, Captain America. That's how I've been thinking about how to structure the Celestial is Captain America knows he does the right thing, but he does nothing. It's kind of like the whole thing with the mutants. Like you could have done something. You could have like done, but you were like, no, that's your thing. I respect you enough to not do that. I'm like, no, and well, not me, just like it just it makes him look really bad. He knows that the X-Men mutants should get a fair shot. He's like he's like a white guy who just kind of realized who's like, you know what, black people are super cool, but he goes around other white people. He's like, nah, he just stays quiet.
mhm.
It's because he does nothing to help everybody. He helps a lot of people, and generally, but he's never helped mutant kind. Like,
Yeah.
if anything, he distrusts Krakoa. He does not trust. He doesn't. He's okay. He's okay with it because it's the status quo.
He
He
gets a
goes,
bit of a bad rap though. For instance, when they show up to help the mutants on Krakoa, they leave because more people were going to die elsewhere. Not more people were going to die elsewhere, but he trusted Cyclops to deal with the situation here
yeah.
while he went and dealt with the tsunami.
And
I
but
feel
also
like
like
there's a lot of
yeah,
trust in Cyclops.
no, well also like not everybody sees that. That's what I think.
I
Like
can't
not
believe
every
Cyclops. Has Cyclops ever been an Avenger?
no, Never.
That's so weird.
I know.
It-
Havoc has been an Avenger and Cyclops hasn't. That's weird.
we have to have a moment where Captain America recruited him and Cyclops refused because Cyclops is worthy enough.
No.
Captain
He's
America,
worthy. No. Cyclops is totally worthy of being an Avenger. It's kind of like Nightwing joined the Justice League. It could happen and it'd be really slick. But here's the thing: all throughout Cyclops' life, he's been with the X-Men. He's been with Xavier, like because Xavier was his dad. He's like, I'm in the family business. I'm taking over. Like, and then when after House of M and all the mutants lost their powers, he was kind of like, I can't leave. Like, if Captain America were to come into after that, he was like, I can't do that because I'm needed here.
Mm.
And
I
it
feel
just
that.
it just never got to that point.
I just want to hear that conversation because my problem is that we got a really badass line between Captain America and I think he was talking to Emma, where
Yeah.
he was talking about Rogue, and he said that I recruited Rogue all that time ago because when I first met her, the first time I met her, that was the first time I ever fought her. And when I fought her that day,
Oh yeah.
I knew that woman. If I did not recruit that woman into the Avengers, I would be fighting that girl for the rest of my life. And I want a moment like that with Cyclops, where he's like, Cyclops has to be like my second age, my number 2 type guy of the mutants, like my
Yeah.
Avengers
He's my guy. Yeah.
because if I don't, if he's not my ally, he's going to be my enemy for all my days, and I don't want any other. I don't want he'd be the worst enemy to have. Type.
Oh, I could see that. Okay, I could see that he could have thought that any time. Kids are man, I would. Yeah, like I'm sure he looked at the X-Men and was like, okay, I gotta keep an eye on that guy, that one, that one. Oh, I definitely need to get him on the Avengers at some point. Like he's talking about, like because look at how many X-Men have been Avengers: Wolverine, Rogue, Havoc, Sunfire,
I
Beast.
wouldn't be surprised if we had like a Black Panther situation where the whole time Cyclops has been a secret Avenger.
Go on.
Just more, not so much that he would betray the mutant kind, but in that he was always not necessarily an agent for Captain America, but always loyal to Captain America, knowing that Captain America, if Captain America ever called Cyclops, he would know that it's his world-ending threat. It's not. I don't
Right.
know. I just
Okay.
like
All
truth
right.
between them. I would like there to be some form of agency between them. That's not just their friendship and not just their mutual respect, but actual agency. Like actual, I have his number, and I have never
I'm sure
called
they
him.
do. I'm sure they have each other's numbers on speed dial. Like,
Sure.
no. Well, I don't think speed dial's even a thing anymore. I think he just say, see, that's something I want to see. I want to see what's going on in everybody's phone. Like, I want to see what Wolverine looks up on his phone.
Oh
I would
God.
love to see what Magneto looks up. That would be Mystique would be funny. Gambit would be funny. Jubilee.
Dackins might be a little, a little.
Oh God, man! Don't. Oh, Kid Omega. Tell me that would not be hilarious. Yeah, Kid Omega's phone. I want to see his search history. I want to see who he texts. But yeah. Okay, but the thing with Marauders, I think that they're what Birdie was doing, she was trying to get them to like deal with like some things they've been kind of putting off, like with Bishop, Malcolm, and Randall. He's like, why haven't you brought us back? And we have Bishop give a real reason. He's like, because the world's not ready for you yet. Like, isn't it? You're not there. It's not worth you yet. You're my best friends. I wish we really saw Shard, but that's just me.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. It implies that there could be more. I
Yeah.
don't think those are the only two people he wants to bring back.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um,
Everybody else,
uh,
like, oh wait, he can bring back his parents.
it's been revealed that you can resurrect anyone based off just memory. That's how they resurrected Shaw's wife.
Right.
They resurrected her entirely based off memory, with no genetics. They didn't have her blood at all. They resurrected her based off entirely off memory. So just
Well, they
Bishop's
can.
alone, he could resurrect anyone he knows.
So theoretically, we can bring back mutants such as like Nightcrawler's daughter with the Scarlet Witch. We can bring
Mm-hmm.
back oh, we can bring back Shard. We can bring back
It seems like they're retconning 2099
yeah.
into being the timeline of Bishop. I think
That's
Bishop's in
interesting.
2099.
Well, we
And
didn't really know what year Bishop was too. It seemed like it was like 80 years in the future.
that would line up to about 2099.
No, it'd be like 20 years before. Like, because
Um,
Bishop was like 80 years in the future in the early 90s. There,
I, I say I say 2099 because Cable in that time period wasn't his. He wasn't the most. He wasn't at his most powerful yet. So I think Cable in 2099 is only like 20 years old, and so Bishop is actually older than Cable at that period.
oh,
That time period then goes to even more shit. Bishop then goes back in time. Cable is left in that time period, and then Cable becomes the only time travel from beyond 2099.
oh my.
They call Cable the second in command because even apparently Cerebra is higher ranking than Cable in 2099. In Cerebra's email, Cerebra sends an email to Kitty Pryde, and in
Right,
the email she says, "My second in command, Cable." So Cable is not the number one yet, and I can't imagine that old man Cable is not number one.
right.
So
Okay,
he's young
okay.
man
I see what
Cable.
you mean.
And I think Bishop is before Cable because Bishop is still from a time where there's some civilization. Cable seems to be from a time where there's no civilization. So
Right.
I think
Okay.
Bishop is right before. I think Bishop's time leads into Cable's time.
Okay. Okay.
That's my head canon.
No. That makes sense, but we're like we have to figure out how it works because apparently, Steven Orlando he's he's jumping in with this new character. Well, not a new character. It's a reintroduction of an old character. I'm
At
gonna
this
be
point, we can have anyone brought in from 2099. That's probably where that devil guy, the horns and the red dude.
Crimson Hellfire or something.
Yeah. I think this is now confirmation that he's from 2099 too. I think he's come back in time himself. Because how else does Cerebro get back in time? We don't know yet how she came back in time. Maybe Tempo did it. We don't know exactly how she went back in time, but however that happened, a couple other people probably got back in time. And so we can get more people too, like Bishop's team and whatnot. We can get more stuff from that time period.
Oh, you know what? Absolutely. Like okay. There was this back in X Factor a bit in the 90s. There was this group called the XUE, Xavier's Underground Enforcers. So
Okay.
their whole thing was they basically were Bishop's um original mission, like what Bishop's was doing. Like he went back in time. He didn't do it intentionally. He did it just because he was chasing somebody. Their thing was they went back in time intentionally, making sure things don't end up all bad. So like it was basically Bishop, but like they had some, I'll send you some stuff about it. The oh man, XU.
We need more Bishop time travel stuff because that's one of
Yeah.
the most.
Oh yes,
At this
absolutely.
point, at this point, it seems like he just adopted this time period and he has no intention to ever going back to his original time period.
Right. Well, well. Would he really be his Pete with his time though? Like
Well, he would want to change it entirely, And I could kind of see him wanting to stay in this time period to ensure he's born in the future, even if he changes the future. Whatnot, he might want to make sure his mom still occurs and all that. So I could see him wanting to stay in the past. But it doesn't seem like he's affecting the future in any dramatic ways. He has no
Okay.
alternative plans going on. He's not filling anyone else in on the future.
Right. Okay. Okay. I think he's because you know how they always say in science fiction, go back in time, you affect everything else. So here's what I think he's doing. I think he's trying to make sure he gets born. Like he has some knowledge of things of what happened back in that led up to his future, but like I still think he doesn't really know. I think he's just kind of like he's piecing it together, and whatever comes out, he's like, "Oh snap! I know. Okay, we gotta stop this."
Well, it's
Like,
changed. It's changed a lot. Every one of Moira's timelines, it had probably a different result into his time period. He was
oh,
probably
absolutely.
born in 2099 in every single one of Moira's timelines, but every one of those chaotic apocalyptic timelines was probably different.
Wait, what if Bishop is from one of Moira's previous timelines?
It could be. I do feel like they're retconning it to be he is from this current 2099 timeline. I think
Right,
that's
right, right.
but
But like the way,
originally it could be.
but like think about it, the way his powers, the way what happened, like time only goes one direction, and it just like and it kept on resetting. That doesn't like, but while it's going on, you know, what if somebody from the future, like, all right, let's just say there's a where Moira didn't die, or maybe Bishop is from that one timeline where she went all the way and saw the end. So what if Bishop went back in time, like in that one, and that protected him from Moira's reset?
I don't think he maintains the memories from her burning the universe because a common theme for Bishop is he always remembers the changes in time. So
Right,
whenever he affects whenever he goes back in time and changes something, he retains the original memories.
right,
And he's always the one to only retain the memories.
right.
Tempo has recently been revealed to also have that unique ability.
Yeah.
Um,
That would that
so
be crazy if Timbo was his mom?
that I would love it. That would
That
be awesome.
no, but hey, all right, okay, all right. No, real quick. All right, finish your thought because I got something fun. Like it's just I got an idea.
So they would have to find a way where Bishop is working behind the scenes against Moira this whole time. Because if he's maintaining these memories, he knows that she's the greatest threat.
Yeah,
So
but
there's
would this mean Cable does too though?
Cable maintains.
Older Cable, because remember, older Cable is from the year 3000.
I thought Cable just talks to his older self to get filled in. Does he actually
No,
maintain memories?
yeah, he does. Yeah, he knows a lot. See, like, okay, all right, you already know the story with like he was a baby, got tossed into the future. Okay, yeah, but also they kind of said like he and Bishop are kind of the same. They're both time travelers. Actually, I would say Hope kind of throws it go. Okay, let's just say for sake of argument, Bishop and I hate Hope so much. I hate her. Like I feel like every year I hate a certain character, and then eventually I start to love. Like remember how I was with Scout? I used to hate Scout. Like just kill this 8-year-old. But now I'm like, no, no, no. She will kill you. I want her to kill somebody. No, but like I hate Hope. It's she's basically white girl Sink. She's Lindsay Lohan. Oh wow. Oh wow, she's Lindsay Lohan.
They definitely want her to be more important than she is. She's not the Messiah. She's never going to be the Messiah. So
No,
that whole
no, I
plot
mean,
could be
but I will say she was the first mutant born from M after M Day. She was
I
a
don't even know if that's true.
I mean,
There's mutants older than her.
no,
She's
no, no,
not the
no, no,
oldest.
no, no,
Like,
no, 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 no. No, last mutant born, the first mutant born since the when mutants lost all their powers.
no, but
Because
I don't even know if that's true because I've seen young mutants that are older than her that would not have maintained their power. So like when they rescue a mutant from Russia, there was mutants that were like older than her who would not have maintained their power, so they would have to have been born before. I don't even know if she's the first mutant born.
okay,
You
okay,
know?
all right. All right. Here's the thing. With Xavier, he he was checking to make sure that okay, now we know what we know. Xavier was downloading the current population's power minds. It's fun to use new information and incorporate it into the past, and it fits. So anytime Xavier went into Cerebro, he was downloading the minds of everybody. Which, if you think about it, is really kind of smart.
Mhm.
Because if you're X-Men, you're not sure if everybody's gonna make it back, you know, when you become whatever.
The
So
trusting Sinister part, not so smart, but
well,
the
no, trusting Sinister is dumb. That's like I think smoking crack is more smarter than trusting Sinister.
I'm surprised he hasn't tainted the five. I don't understand how that's not a thing.
Everybody hates Sinister. That's the thing.
No, but like they're relying on his DNA samples of everybody. How did
No,
he not taint those DNA samples? I don't know.
it benefits him.
Like you're
Like
right.
because like the whole thing with Sinister, he wants to basically he's a human basically he's a weird type of gardener. He likes, okay, I got these mutants, I can make these mutants. Like he wants like oh my he's like he wants oh god, he
Well,
sucks.
he in his Immortal X-Men comic, he explained that he views the mutant X gene as a natural resource. And that natural resource, like iron, can be broken down to its most basic building blocks.
Right.
And then you can do anything you with it. So he's yeah.
He wants to see what he could do with it. Like he like I mean Krakoa or getting his DNA, get all the mutant stuff, mutant DNA stuff. That's all up his alley. He wants to control everything.
I just want to be there when he first learned of Moira because I did a whole reread because I got a big argument with a guy on Comics Explained Discord. The guy was he wouldn't believe me when I was talking about Sinister,
Uh-huh.
and so I had to go back and find a bunch of panels and whatnot. And Mr. Sinister apparently he was his plan was chimeras
Yeah.
and something else that he's not revealing, but then he put all of it on hold when
Mhm.
he learned of Moira. As soon as he learned of Moira's gift, he was just obsessed with that mutant gift,
Right.
and he's been obsessed with it ever since. He'll eventually go back to chimeras. He said. He said, "I'll eventually go back to chimeras." That was really interesting. That's what he said. He said it
Yeah.
was really interesting studies. I'll go back to it eventually, but right now he's obsessed with Moira's gift.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he wants to. Well, I think with that, he wants to control the future. He wants to make the best future that benefits him.
Mm-hmm.
And Moira,
Well, he's perfecting her. He's perfecting her gift. He's made save files. He's
yes,
found a way to tweak her ability by cloning
he
her
is
in
a
certain.
gamer.
He,
Xavier Sinister is a gamer. He
yeah,
wants. Oh, he's trying to
pretty.
customize the game to fit his. Oh God, he's such a dick. That just makes him more of a dick.
I do find it really interesting though. He can't survive Judgment Day.
Of course not.
He
Sinister.
he tried 26 times to make it past Judgment Day. He's not survived it once.
I mean, you know what? I want to say, yay!
It does add a little more intensity to it though. Like it means that Earth has failed 26 times. Um, the Celestial deemed more people guilty than good 26 times and killed everybody, including Sinister. And Sinister has a heart bomb connected to his heart. And when Sinister dies, his facility blows up and kills his clones. So then it resets the time for him.
That is
So if Sinister dies, it resets the time. So it's implied that either he died in Judgment Day by an Eternal, or something, or at the end of Judgment Day, the Celestial just kills everybody. He can't survive Judgment Day, which is interesting, I think.
Well, I mean, because Sinister is a horrible person. It's like,
Still very smart though, and the fact that he this is the 27th time, and so it seems like his attempt to kill the Celestial, this is like his 10th time trying to kill it, and every time it's failed. So when he was smiling to when they plotted to kill the Celestial and it turned out to not be real, and he was probably smiling because he knew it wasn't real, because he's already done this before.
No. I think he wanted to test something. What if he wanted to test, like, I want to see what would happen if this happens, because you know that if anything happens, there's a backup Sinister, and but also he's okay. We gotta get that. You know what? Let's get into that's Immortal X-Men talk. Let's get into Immortal X-Men. Damn it, let's go.
There is what?
Oh yeah, no Marauders. Okay, so Birdie wanted the Marauders to deal with their own issues so they could pass. They're trying to think of ways to get past Judgment Day, but do it naturally, like let them get over there.
Oh, that's a good idea. So you think she was trying to mentally prepare them for the Judgment?
Yes.
Oh,
they're trying, like, see, every book is trying something different, is dealing with Judgment Day in a different way. It
is entirely possible they were actual judgments because of it seemed to function the way it should function, that it's the person you care most about. For instance, Daken and apparently Captain America have something in common. Right. Akihiro and Captain America were both judged by themselves.
Hey.
Akihiro apparently was talking to himself, and Captain America saw an evil Captain America talking to him. So they both got judged by themselves, apparently, if Akihiro's was real. Last thing about Marauders worth bringing up real quick is Cereba claims that her power is that she can catalog mutant powers, and she's going to I only bring this up because I'm really happy. She claims there's multiple survivors in the Time Vault. So from Threshold, she claims I can bring back the survivors. So there might be more than one. I'm happy about that.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. I'm in. I like Marauders. Like, I mean, like, with the exception of Legion of X, Legion of Ass. God, that book sucks. No, but like, I like all the X books.
You know how brutal it'll be if they go inside so they're trying to break into the astral plane to free everybody stuck in there?
Yeah.
What if they're all dead? What if Uranus killed them all? Now, that would be badass. It's just a fucking wasteland in there, and they're all dead, and Uranus killed them all in that 2 minutes he was in there.
Uranus is a dick.
That might be the case. I think that might be the case, actually.
Okay,
so happy.
Immortal X-Men.
So Immortal X-Men, and then I guess
Sebastian Shaw, front and center.
Still found guilty apparently, but had a badass moment.
He had a couple of badass moments, and like, I relate to Shaw. Like I understand that whole need of, like, you know what, you grow up wanting your father's love and they didn't want you, and then like later on you're like, fuck you. Like the relationship between the dads, the fathers and sons. I like how when he burnt when his dad said, like, oh, can you give me $1 million? If you can give me money, I'll talk to you. But you don't got that. So you are beneath my no. That's just so weird for me.
So he burns $1 million on his grave.
And he did it. He was just flexing. Like, that's Sebastian. That's Sebastian Shaw. You know what? He hates his dad so much. He's bribing hell to keep him down.
I actually never thought about that way.
That
might have been a sacrifice, like a ritual sacrifice that somehow empowered a demon to torture his dad more. You know, like, I don't know.
Also, I like his assessment of Emma. He's like, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
He was like, you ain't shit. You are no different from me.
Well,
Like,
so but that would the fact that he thinks that she's no different than him is why he picked her to be his judgment. So it's the same idea of Captain America judging himself or Dakin judging himself. He's being judged by himself, but through the image of Emma.
no,
He
but
thinks Emma is
no,
him.
did you? Oh yeah, I loved his reaction.
Dude,
You think I
what the
respect him? Fuck you.
What the fuck are you doing? That ain't my worst image. You could have
He's
been
like,
my
no,
father. You could have been my mother. You could have been my son. You
it
chose
was
her?
hilarious. It was
What are you
hilarious.
smoking?
No, like he was like, I die for mine. No, no, seriously. I loved how he did that. He's like, when I die, I'm dying with some fine liquor and a fatty in my in my pocket. I'm like, I imagine that's a way to go out. Know what you're doing. So, Corey,
Jeannie, really quickly, McElroy, did you induce MJ to practice practice God Save the King? Because he has a new monarch now.
ha, 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 you got a monarch, but your old monarch died, so good job.
God save the king.
Yeah.
Hey, no,
The
but
big king.
I don't get like, yeah, she died. Okay, people die. This bitch,
Yeah,
this bitch was
but
1 million years old. She was a time
yeah,
around the dinosaurs.
yeah, she was 96. 96.
Yeah.
Apparently,
And-
it's going to cost like a couple $1 million to replace all the queen images with kings.
Well, yeah, because they have to change all the seals on all the on all your government buildings have to get new signs.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm saying, fuck Queen Elizabeth. She got Diana killed. We know she did it. Like Diana was pregnant, man. She was pregnant.
Those people popped up on Twitter. I don't have anything to say about
I believe
that.
it. I believe that theory, man. I believe that theory. I mean, come on.
Someone in the royal family did it. I don't know who, but someone definitely did. Yeah.
Elizabeth. Or if she didn't do it, she was in the room. She knew it was going to happen.
I feel like if it was Elizabeth, she would not have supported Meghan Markle joining the family. Because Meghan is like 10 times worse than Diana ever was.
But Diana would have loved her.
And Meghan is still alive, at least for now.
I mean, you know what? Maybe she thought if I would kill Meghan, it would bring too much heat. Like people will start to realize, okay, that. No, why are we talking about that bitch dying?
Back to Immortal X-Men.
Because that is what's going to be on all the news, because that'll drown everything out.
I will see that, and I bet you as soon as somebody comes out with like, let Robert Downey Jr. say that he's gonna come back as Iron Man. People are like, all right, she dead. Iron Man.
So my flaw with Immortal X-Men is that
I
don't think Sebastian Shaw should have let himself be judged.
I don't think he cared.
No, he doesn't care, but he cares about living. And the fact that there's a chance that the Earth dies, he should have left. I 100% think he should have left, took in the Hellfire, took it the Black Hellfire Club, his faction of the Black Club, and gone to Shi'ar space, gone to somewhere. I don't think he should have stayed to be judged. He doesn't care to be judged. The Earth doesn't mean nothing to him. The only thing that means anything to him is profit. Why would he stay?
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I was like, yeah, right. Why hasn't he thought of that?
It doesn't make any sense. And it would have been the push we needed to get mutants into Shi'ar space and that whole expansion that's supposed to happen.
Because something they mentioned back in Powers of. Oh wow, good callback, MJ. killing it.
And we technically, I don't know if we own the moon of Chandalar. I don't know if we own the moon, but we own a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
We have a giant habitat on the moon.
Yeah. Just dang. That's a good. Okay. So okay. Destiny, I was like, see, you don't care about everyone. You just want a scenario where your girlfriend, where your wife is around.
Like, it totally called out too. Like,
just like you ain't shit.
Yeah,
I love that.
And like, who is she trying to fool?
Like, you ain't fooling
my
nobody.
Mother appeared to me. Celestial appeared as my mother. Who the fuck believed that?
Like,
the High Quiet Council was probably like, bitch, we know it was Mystique that appeared to you. We know it. Why are you lying?
But here's the thing, though. We didn't find out. Okay, we found out that Emma got judged. We found out that, like, we found in passing. Shadowcat got judged. Nothing. But a lot of them didn't. Like, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm.
Well, Storm and Xavier are interesting because Storm implies that it's possible they got judged without knowing it.
But I don't know, man. Like, this Celestial seems like they like to make us. They would let them know. They would want to know. Like, he would want them to know. To remember.
Unless it's a to be determined judgment.
So basically, it's judging you on, like, ghosts you have in your past, or like resentments, or like
well,
if you're not the best you could be.
He was going to judge Ajax until Ajax made a valid argument that we don't know if you failed. You can't judge me if I failed if I don't know if you failed. So that's what Celestial was like, oh, good point. I will hold judgment on you until we know if I'm an evil god. If I'm an evil god, you failed. That means you fail.
Right.
So I'm thinking that possibly that he's not even. I don't think he's even decided to judge Storm yet until Storm has had her judgment. Like, he didn't go before Uranos.
Yeah, Uranos said, like, get me later. I'm not even done yet. Like,
Uranos
big numbers.
Uranos spoke to himself, which the Celestial probably heard and decided to not judge him yet. But at the same time, he did not appear to Uranos yet. He did not stand in front of Uranos and say, I'm judging you, and then Uranos says, don't judge me yet. That's not how it happened. Uranos spoke to himself, and the Celestial maybe heard that and said, okay, fine, I will wait to judge you.
Yeah, he's watching everybody.
He's watching everybody.
Actually, you know what? Maybe, damn, that whole thing with Shaw, like, why hasn't he gone to the Shi'ar space? Maybe it doesn't really matter where you are.
It's true. The fact that you can be judged on Mars, that's not the Earth. It's just
no. We gotta remember. We gotta remember. Like, what happened on Mars, that was an attack, and what they did with the Celestial, that was them trying to refigure everything. So you can't really count. I mean, they happen at the same time, but, like, they're two different.
Yeah,
they're two, like.
It's too soon to say that the Iraqis are going to get judged. Stalin is going to get judged because he's on Earth, but you're right. We don't know for sure Mars.
And remember, they're saying on Earth.
Storm.
Yeah.
Actually, you might be right about that.
Actually, you know what? No, forget my question. Shaw will be able to. He'll be okay if he left Earth.
Storm, though, implied that while she was fighting on Mars, she doesn't know if she was judged. So it is a little bit open still. I will say most likely. I wouldn't say most likely. I'd say I lean towards only people on Earth are going to get judged. But I would find it weird if Mars is exempt. I would find that very weird.
Well, I mean, like, the Celestial is the Celestial of Earth. It's not of the universe. Like, it would need a reason. Like, because, like, here's the thing: there's no Celestial on Mars.
He's a god of all of us.
I mean, like, He's the guy. Well, yeah, he's the guy. He's
It's to be determined. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Soon.
We're still figuring it out. Corey, how did you feel about Immortal X-Men?
I don't think he's reading it.
I only read Moon Knight and Wolverine.
Okay. But like Immortal X-Men though, it's my favorite book right now.
Yeah, it's it's not doing the best.
Not my favorite book. It's just a fun book. I love getting other perspectives.
Before Judgment Day, it was the best books.
Yeah,
but I don't really like.
Three.
I'm not enjoying the limitation that's being forced upon it in Judgment Day.
Right.
Before Judgment Day, it seemed like everyone on the Quiet Council had like a master plan of how they're gonna like win.
Right.
And like what are they doing in the background? We haven't been getting that. We don't know what Exodus is doing in the background. We don't know what Shaw is doing in the background.
Well, I don't think Well, we kind of know that Exodus isn't doing anything like that. He's going into this there's no I mean, like with him, there's nothing, but everybody else has a plan.
Okay, but Emma and Shaw more than likely have alternative motives going on.
Right.
We don't know what they are. We should have gotten that in their
I think that was
Immortal
intentional.
X-Men comic, but their Immortal X-Men comics were limited by being tie-ins to Judgment Day.
Yeah, that is true. But next month, Nightcrawler. Can we just?
I don't know if I'm gonna like that though, because like
no, wait,
no,
I don't. Is it
the way of X stuff?
Mystique?
I think Mystique would make more sense to me. Mystique would make more sense because Destiny just got judged, and so we haven't got Mystique's judgment yet.
I think they just set that up. I'm gonna look that up right now because
one interesting thing with Mystique was Destiny. Destiny is a bad girlfriend, a really bad girlfriend. She had to tell herself, "I'm not mad at my girlfriend for having a 1% difference." So, in the comic, Destiny, a couple of issues. I think Destiny was talking about. She was running in her head the idea that if she told everybody on the Quiet Council what happens if we blow up the Celestial, and what happens if we don't tell them. So she was running in her head.
Oh yeah, that part. That was crazy. That was funny.
But what's interesting is that Mystique had a 1% change in her opinion based off knowing if people are going to die and not knowing. And Destiny looked at that 1% change from like a 99% agree to like a 98%. Destiny looked at that and was like, I still love her, right? That girl has a 1% difference.
Like, I love her, but right? Really?
What a bitch, man. A 1% difference, and you're like, do I love her still?
No, I think she was like, Jesus Christ. All right, so next month we're gonna get Nightcrawler.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
Nightcrawler, and then we're gonna get Mystique.
I don't know how much of that's going to be his alternative motives. Like, how much is that going to be his church?
I don't think he has a motive. There's no he has
an alternative motive.
How he wants to go. Okay, I can see that.
That church is his alternative motive. It's that church is his power vacuum that he's creating, his power system, his entity, his organization. That's his motive. I don't know if we're gonna get that. They're really going slow with his religion. Very, very slow.
I want them to just drop it completely and focus on like mutant telepathic police or something.
Well, it seems they have dropped his religion. They more or less dropped the spark and are more going on with the police force.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, no, I mean, what you already have. What do you mean by police force?
Well, isn't that what Legion of X is becoming? A police force or something?
Oh yeah, they protect the spark or something. Okay, all right. So you want them to be like X Factor?
Well, the spark. Interesting thing about the spark was that it was revealed that you can worship both the spark and other gods. So Nightcrawler is still a Catholic. I find it really strange. They've revealed he's still Catholic.
He great.
But he believes in the spark also. So he believes, in addition to the Jehovah God, he believes in the spark. So it seems like the spark is more of an organization than a religion. So you could be a Hindu spark believer. You could be a Muslim spark believer.
A Catholic spark believer,
if they were saying
he's in the middle of this quantum thought, two opposing thoughts that are true.
Like if they specified it like a mutant philosophy, like a mutant motivational speaking program, maybe, then I could maybe, chew it and swallow it. But it's just the whole mutant religion and, I don't know. I don't know. But
I don't think it's a religion though, because he's not pushing the religious aspect of the spark. He's not pushing the spiritual aspect of the spark. He's pushing the philosophy aspect of it. Because he's not pushing Catholicism at all. He's not at all.
Basically, like, we're mutants and we should be good to each other. That's all he's saying.
Yeah. So he's basically forming the Jedi that can then like incorporate any religion into the Jedi. Any culture or religion could be incorporated into it, type thing.
But he's also like, oh wait, they fixed that. Never mind. So like, all right. So with the waiting room, so does that mean like they get their full access to their memories while they wait?
I think so.
Then then why did Exodus didn't remember? He didn't remember what happened after he died. Before he died, because they said like, oh, he doesn't know what happened.
Well, haven't they kind of laid down that no matter how many backups Cerebro has, and even if you self-transcribe your own backup, hasn't it been specified by multiple experts people? Sometimes you will come back with, a glitch here or there, like every other memory will, memory, half memory. See what I mean?
No, the only people who have come back with memory impairment was either a purpose decision of them or it was a malicious decision of the five. Like, for instance, the five chose to resurrect Domino without her memories of being tortured by Orcus.
Right.
She didn't want that. They did that against her will.
No. It wasn't. Well, yeah, they did that because she told Colossus she wanted to remember.
Yeah. The other example would be like so not example, but how it works is that once a week, all your memories. So Cerebro once a week scans every mutant on the planet and uploads the memories into a database. That database is now stored. One of the databases is now stored in the astral plane.
Right.
And I don't think you have a one-for-one memory upon death into the astral plane. It's still that once a week upload.
Right.
So die before that week upload, you're gonna have only the memories in the waiting room prior, unless you walked into the waiting room yourself. Because they said that before. Instead of going through the crucible and dying, you could just walk into the waiting room and wait.
Yeah, because that's the portal that Legion created.
I think it's for all the humans that don't have their powers yet. They can come to Krakoa, walk into the waiting room, and just wait in the waiting room until they can get resurrected with their powers.
They really dropped Crucible.
They did
really dropped it.
I liked it, and they totally dropped it.
It was interesting.
It was a little brutal, but
you understood it though.
They needed it.
And like, here's the thing: Apocalypse was like, listen, it's totally okay. We can get you mutant healers, but you will not be a mutant anymore. Mm-hmm. He was giving them tough love, and the fact that she's like I'm a mutant, because it was a way of like getting the people who wanted to be there. It gave them the options, like, do you want to be a mutant? Then you have to fight for it. We don't play around here. Like, we're not going to have people who don't want to be here. Like, we're not going to have spies.
What's really interesting too is the Crucible. They could make money off it now. They could make a lot of money off Crucible. So the mutants own Mojoverse. The Mojoverse has like trillions and trillions of subscribers watching people fight and do random shit. So they could hold like Crucible matches in Mojoverse and make a shit ton of money.
Oh, hey, don't let Mojo find out. They can play them off like WWE.
Mojo Jojo?
No. So how we liking it? Like, I enjoyed it. Like, Sebastian Shaw is that dude. Like, he is such a but
it
like,
was great.
No, he's like, you think I respect Frost? Fuck that bitch. She thinks she better than me. And also the thing about it was, she wasn't.
Can Sebastian actually walk through Hellfire?
I mean, his powers, like, it just makes him stronger.
I thought he was kinetic energy. If he got punched in the face, he could absorb that kinetic energy and like release it into like a beam of energy.
No. He can use it as strength. He takes any kind of pain and makes it into a strength. I think that's the metaphor of his powers.
So even on fire, like even burning his skin, he absorbs that like energy and like heals.
Yeah, because it's bringing him pain. And plus he's walking, so it's making him stronger. Like because when he's using his powers, he's nigh invulnerable. But he's still his clothes, Like seriously, he could low key probably take the Hulk.
No.
No, I mean he could probably take the Hulk.
No.
What?
No.
I can imagine his X gene theoretically pushed to its maximum. I don't know if it would work in his body like that. Like for instance, like I can imagine Sinister could take that X gene and create like a super clone that could fight the Hulk. Right. A version of the Hulk. The Hulk always gets stronger. The Hulk right now limits his own power. Yeah. He has like Bruce Banner is like inside Hulk's head holding a gun to the Hulk. And it says pretty much like, if you go over this certain level of power, I'm shooting you in the head. I know it won't kill you, but it'll send you back to a state where you're not more angry. So,
right. Like you'll be lobotomized of your anger. Like, oh shit. Yeah. But I like Immortal X-Men this week. It was dope. It was just like Kieran Gilliam, the way he writes, I said this earlier. He writes a character, he does Immortal X-Men, and that subject of that character, that issue, that person is now the most interesting character. Like Exodus, absolutely. I love Exodus. I totally
once I learned about his whole like medieval France crusader thing, I'm like, there's so much like there's so much he could tell, like
but he was in hibernation though. He's not
I know.
Phil still has a little history though. Like with Cap, he knew King Arthur. He could go to Avalon. He could go. I think he knew King Arthur. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knew King Arthur. He could go to Avalon. No, did he? No, he just knew a.
We don't know.
No, he don't. Never mind. He just.
Exodus should have been in Knights of X. That would have been spot on.
Well, yeah, because didn't they say Exodus was a crusader?
Crusader. He was in the Crusades.
He was looking for the Holy Grail, though. I remember he was looking for the Holy Grail, and that was the mission of the Knights. I got it mixed up, though. He's not a Knight of the Round Table. My bad.
Nah, doubt it.
That's all right. It's all right. Everything. So yeah. So like, he would have been in that movie. What was that movie called? Where Orlando Bloom was a knight and Edward Norton played one of the actual kings of the Crusader state of Jerusalem. What was that?
I can't remember off top, but
I remember
Jeremy Irons was in it. Like a lot. Like
it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I remember watching it. I don't remember what it's called though.
Edward Norton plays this Crusader king of Jerusalem who got leprosy when he was middle school age. So by the time he's our age, he's got you never see his face throughout the
Kingdom
whole
of Heaven.
There we go.
Internet, you helped again.
All those clips are so good. Edward Norton, he has his voice like he's not gonna live to see 30 because of leprosy at that time and in the climate and just horses and stuff. And he pimp slaps Brendan Gleeson, who's Mad Eye Moody from Harry Potter, because he plays one of the knights who wanted to escalate the war on his own terms, not waiting for instructions from his king. And
one of my flaws with these comics is that they're not really explaining people's powers very well. Like Shaw's. I don't know how his power works. Exodus. Comics Explained had to do a video on Exodus, and he got his power completely wrong, to my understanding. He thinks he's like Gladiator.
Counterpoint.
That is kind of weird because Exodus's power is like, all right, go back and read like his first appearance. Dude is dangerous, and he's Magneto's second in command. No, actually, you know what? If Fabian Cortez was Magneto's Cyclops, I would say Exodus was his Storm.
I can agree with that.
Think
my
about
counterpoint to the whole they're not explaining the powers correctly. That's what the wiki's for, and not every writer looks at it. And people could also say it's on the reader to look at the wiki if you meet a new character.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's weird. But also, thank you for bringing up Kingdom of Heaven. This is why I think like you brought that up to me, and it just made me just flip the switch in my head. Orlando Bloom would be excellent as Exodus.
How tall is Exodus according to the wiki and your collection?
Probably like 6 foot. I mean, like is basically Legolas.
Yeah, Legolas with like a little bit of meat. He's basically Sam. So basically, Colossus's Apocalypse's procedures turned him salmon pink or something.
Yeah,
salmon pink.
Yeah.
Well, was that House of X stuff, or was that like pre-House of X stuff? He was pink.
Pre-House of X.
Okay.
Yeah, because MJ, I've seen like Rob Liefeld art of Exodus, so like that semi.
Wait, Liefeld of Exodus? What was that?
Well, no, I'm talking about like high Bronze Age art of Exodus.
Okay, all right.
He was created before you and I, MJ, were actively reading, and you were starting to read by then.
Actually, you know what? You're absolutely right. Because when Exodus' first appearance to me was X-Force 1993. And this dude was crazy. Like Warpath thought, hey, you look like you could be Indian. We're kind of the same shade. So I guess
of course he would say something like that.
This is 93 X-Force. They do not.
Which of the Proud Star? Which of the Proud Star brothers are the worst? Are like, don't talk trash. No, please. Proud Star, shut up.
There's no out of John and James. No, I think. You know what? All right, try to think of the Proud Star brothers, kind of like the Winchesters.
Oh, okay.
You think we're gonna get Warpath is way more powerful. Warpath is way more powerful. He has way more friends, and he's a more well-rounded person. No, actually, it's basically it's a supernatural with no demons and like.
It would be like the season when Dean died and went to purgatory for a year. So Sam had to live without him for a year, and then Sam lost his soul and whatnot. But Sam became an even better hunter than Dean during that year.
Because we can say that after he died, when he joined up with the Hellions and Emma Frost, and then when he joined up with X-Force, and then he just kind of like he's his own man now. I mean, come on, he has done stuff his brother has never even thought of. He's been off planet. He's fought the Shi'ar.
Well, that story, or like having Big Brother catch up on a lot of things.
Oh God, I really wanted to see that.
But that would just be like a couple slice of life scenes within like a more meatier story arc or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Thunderbird remembers his resurrections, like the few times previously before House of X where he was resurrected for like a day to fight.
Yeah,
I wonder if Thunderbird remembers any of that.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that was like, yeah, they need to explain. Wow, that would be really interesting to explain. What if they brought back a clone for a day, or like, oh, we're bringing him back, but like, no, it's actually a clone. Like they didn't really bring him back. I don't know. It's weird. No, but yeah. Okay, so next week we got what do we have? We have we have a Judgment Day, right?
I think we got a couple. Let's look it up.
All right. I have on my for Marvel for me.
What's up?
On the 14th, Daredevil 3, Venom 10, Judgment Day 4, X-Men Red 6, Obi-Wan 5, Iron Man 23, Captain Marvel 41, Star Wars Bounty Hunters 27, Savage Avengers 5, Midnight Suns 1. Midnight Suns are getting a book.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Okay. Actually, I got this book earlier this week. You just reminded me. She-Hulk, the one that came out a couple days ago. It is a very charming book.
Yes. The look of the book is great. Ms. Jennifer looks
it's amazing.
Like, my dear, you're a knockout. Fantastic.
No. Just everything about the art style. Like,
well, yeah.
And the writing, like, I like Jen. I'm like,
yeah, the
first
arc
is just dope.
The first arc was a little slow. Issue 6 of the next arc, we get a X-verse announcement tying into She-Hulk.
Oh no, we did. Oh, like this one had Nightcrawler.
Yes. So, Nightcrawler.
I read it. It's great.
Nightcrawler asks on behalf of his government, "Will you be the government lawyer for?"
I mean, it's kind of weird because seeing as they already have a lawyer, but they can use like another one. You can't never have too many lawyers.
Well, yeah, and my thought, I was about to drop the book, and I was like, okay, now we have some gasoline.
Right.
In here.
I just like also I like the whole thing, like eating cake in fancy dresses. I'm like, that's adorable.
But Jennifer just seems to me like a character who'd be like, look, I got some money to copy one. Janet let me borrow one of her dresses. I'm wearing this until she asks for it back because I look damn good in it.
No, it's just fun. But MJ, you get a chance, read She-Hulk. It's nice. It's breezy. Like it's not judgment.
Not too much talking. I don't like reading too much.
Oh,
comment.
Damn.
Jennifer's.
I won't read it.
It's not a Judgment Day tie-in.
No.
That's fine. I just don't like too much reading.
Yeah,
but I'll take a look at it. I'll probably end up skipping a lot of the conversations going on.
There's not a lot that happens. It's like there's little stuff that happens, but to the larger narrative. Which it was really nice to read after reading Death to the Mutants, because I cannot. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care till Death to the Mutants. Like it's racist.
So MJ, I would actually say if that is your reading concerns, I would almost advise you to skip the first trade paperback because it's all Jennifer reconnecting with this old character I met called Jack of Hearts.
Yeah. Oh God.
And I'm like, okay, Rainbow Rowell's doing some reestablishing continuity to keep Bill's people happy or something, or Bill's generation of
Otherwise, he's gonna say, "Damn, writers don't read old stuff."
Or
remedy. I want to talk to him now. I want to talk to Bill.
But then in like issue 6, I'm like, okay, Ms. Round, now you're revealing why you brought him back.
It's good. It's good.
Speaking of, I saw the word of mouth for the new She-Hulk episode in some of those clips.
No, we're not talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Another comic that's coming out is Midnight Sun.
Yeah, Midnight Suns. Like
it has an interesting synapse. It says, the rise of the Midnight Suns, a dark prophecy, apocalyptic new villain with horrifying powers, the like of which the Earth has never seen before. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Midnight Sun ordains a team. Never faced the villain. So let me repeat. The villain with horrifying powers like the Earth has never faced before. So that villain ordains a team of Midnight Suns to rise up and tear shit up. That team is Magic, Wolverine, Blade, Ghost Rider, and someone called Nico.
Nico Moreau. She's one of the. She's the Marvel Magic community member for the Runaways.
Oh, right. Like, yeah, I know her.
She looks like Dr. Voodoo's granddaughter or something, based on what I'm looking at. But it's interesting. So I guess Wolverine, Magic are villains in this comic. Somehow they're like mind controlled to be villains. I don't really understand it. Magic seems to be wielding her blue sword, which might be after Judgment Day. It looks interesting. I think I'll take a look at it actually.
I don't know. I'm not really down with the Magic stuff, like the Magic part of Marvel.
I love Magic though. That the character herself, she's always hot. She's always a babe.
That's not what I meant. You know it.
I know it's not what you meant, but any comic Magic is in, I'm almost guaranteed to read it. Just off.
No, you know what? I'll give it a gander. I will give it a look because but like if I'm not into it, I already got my charity case next week. With Exterminators.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Like that's a charity case. I gotta do that pro bono.
There's a lot of women on this team actually. There's only 2 guys. Blade and Wolverine are the only other guys. You have a female Ghost Rider. It looks like a Native American Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's Kashula. She was one of the Sorcerer Supreme in the Sorcerer Supreme lineage for Marvel, and she was also a Ghost Rider for a little bit.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's not. Oh well, Midnight Suns is not coming in for like another couple weeks. Oh, I'm looking at mine. I got Judgment Day, X-Men Red, and X-Men 92. Okay, for you judge
X-Men Red, excited for.
Yeah, I'm really excited for X-Men Red. That's the one where Storm's gonna get judged. Bet you anything. But X-Men 92 is really fun. It's fun. Like they're doing the Krakoa ever so much better.
They are poking a little too much fun at some of the stuff I like in Krakoa.
Like Ten Swords.
Yeah. Not just that. Even Araco being on Asteroid M is a little weird.
Right, like, yeah. Like okay, yeah, I get that. I totally understand that. But like they're trying, you know what? I understand. Like why couldn't they do Mars? Like
it seems like it's confirming that Araco is not staying on Mars for long. That's the only thing that's confirmed to me. That's why I'm a little worried that more mutants died on Araco than I think died on Araco. Because even in this last couple issues, they talk about massive deaths on Mars. 20,000 people out of 1 million isn't really massive amount of death. And Storm looked way too calm to have had like 90% of her people killed. She looked way too calm.
I think. Well, Storm always keeps herself
True.
poised.
She just wants everybody. I don't know. It should be a little. She should be in like the Mohawk Storm, not fucking Queen Storm.
No, Queen Storm. But hey, guys, think about this. And the next 6 months, we're gonna get for Immortal X, we're gonna get Nightcrawler, Mystique, Storm, Shadowcat, Colossus, and Xavier. That Xavier, all right. I think Xavier is going to be the last one to get a spotlight book.
Hopefully, and it should be one of the most important ones.
What do you guys think?
Good.
Like Colossus, I see Colossus. We're going to get Colossus like December.
Well, they hopefully save till after Judgment Day. I want Colossus and Xavier should be after Judgment Day.
Oh, absolutely. I just want to see Mystique's. I really want to see, like, we know we're going to see her get judged. I want to see what I just wonder who's going to be one of the manipulators that we out of the council, like Storm. Oh wait, well, got Colossus, but like, who has their own views about Krakoa?
I think Storm fails. I think she gets judged guilty.
I doubt it.
She's so wishy-washy.
Well,
one moment she wants to be a queen. She never embraces that. One moment she wants to be a goddess. She never embraces that.
She was never a goddess.
She called herself a goddess and she never fully embraced it. She could have embraced the identity of being a goddess, but she never embraced it. She just would randomly call herself a goddess, but she never fully embraced the identity of acting like a goddess. Right. She's never fully embraced the identity of being a queen. So yeah, like, I feel like her personality is wishy-washy, okay, and that's because of the writers. The writers keep putting her back the way they found her.
Right.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Set the character back to 0 and pass it on to the next captain?
No, you got to add on.
Maybe, but that's why she'll be found guilty, though, because she hasn't succeeded at anything. She hasn't embraced a personality type. She hasn't embraced a ruling type. Right now she's trying to find a balance between being a queen and being a benevolent
council member.
A council member. She doesn't know what that looks like yet, though. She's still trying to find that identity. So because she hasn't found it, she can't even claim that she's embracing that identity because she doesn't know what that identity is yet. At first, she thought she could be on the Great Ring of Araco and still be immortal. It took like 4 months later for her to be like, okay, actually, maybe I should give up being immortal. And so, I don't know. She's really wishy-washy. Yeah. I think she's going to be found guilty.
I would love to see that. I really want to see this. I want to see.
Guilty is not a bad thing, though. In fact, being guilty might be a good thing.
It means she's. Yeah.
It means that a genocidal god doesn't like you, and that might be a good thing. Not being liked by a genocidal god might be a good thing.
No, like I want to see Colossus, like see his struggle, because like really this whole thing of him with the Russians and like him being controlled by the Crown, that's gonna come to a head soon.
Well, same with Sinister. The fact that this Celestial knows the fate. The Celestial in Wolverine comics says, I know your fates. I can see your fates. So that would imply that he would know that Sinister is fucking with the time stream. That would imply that he knows Colossus is being manipulated by reality warping.
Right.
But he might deem Colossus a failure because he can't.
He's saying, I can't judge you. I can't judge you because you're being manipulated. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Okay. Like Judgment Day would be cool if we got not Colossus instead of Nightcrawler. That, man. Hire us, Marvel. We know how to put things together. Like, I swear, the way they deal with this is pisses me off again, I'm gonna, yeah.
Marvel shouldn't hire me though. If Marvel hired me, they would have cat girls.
Oh my!
And everywhere. You have cat girls in Atlantis. You'd have cat girls on Camelot. You'd have cat girls on the moon with the Inhumans.
Oh god!
And I'll need to find a new hobby because I don't want to spend money on that junk.
Dackid would become a girl.
Like, honestly, I would make it so okay. I swear I would make it so every book is good, is a bestseller. No, I'd be like, yo, did you check out X-Men Red? Yeah, but did you check out the Wolverine though?
That's impossible.
It can't happen. It has happened before.
Not even the whole bullpen Jim Shooter had could get consistent bestsellers.
It has happened before, and you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. X-Men about 20 years ago, because it had X-Men, it had Extreme X-Men written by Chris Claremont, who just came out and he was killing it. New X-Men, Grant Morrison, legendary now. We had Ultimate X-Men. But it was the start of the Ultimate line by Mark Millar. And guys, go get a chance, read those books. Like,
I don't want to.
No. In particular, for Ultimate X-Men, read Return to Weapon X. I swear, you're gonna see those 6 issues and think, this is the movie. It has everything.
Only thing, like, everything can be good. Obviously, like even Wolverine surprisingly had the best comic one week a long time ago.
Yeah, he did.
You remember that first comic of when we went back in time? We were all like, "Fuck, that was an amazing comic." Totally ruined the last couple issues of that comic, but that first one was fantastic. Oh, yeah. I just don't know if they could have done an Excalibur comic that you guys would have liked. You know?
I know. I mean, or you know what? Okay, here's the thing. When Excalibur, you got to reestablish who they are. What is their purpose? Because it just seemed like they were X-Men and Avalon, but they didn't want to be called the X.
Are you the Guardians of England? Are you the Guardians of English Mutants? Are you the Guardian of Camelot Mutants? I don't know.
Pick a struggle and pick an idea and go with it. If
in fact, there is no Captain Britain on our planet right now. Our Captain Britain is waging a crusade across the multiverse. So that means she abandoned our world.
Yeah, that is crazy. I forgot about that.
She abandoned our world for a bunch of other worlds. And at some point, she's going to have to come back because we need a Captain Britain for our world.
Well, we wouldn't need one if the planet is gone. She'll come back like, oh, snap, this is crazy.
You're so
Jamie! And she'll go to her brother. Jamie, what happened to Earth? Oh, yeah, it blew up. Can you recreate it? Fine.
Gives birth to a planet this time.
Or they just hop into another reality where, like, they do a Rick and Morty where they hop into a reality where everybody on her side died, but the Earth was okay.
Goes to Rachel's reality.
Right.
This is the new 616.
What?
Mind wipes everyone to forget universality.
616 Part B. Rebooted. No, but man, man, just like Knights of X, no. Like Legion of X, if they just get off all that Xavier bashing. Like it's a philosophy, but like it's a philosophy I just don't understand what about it is so great. Like I just don't get it.
Yeah, we don't know enough about the Spark to really fully grasp the concept of it yet. For Xavier, yeah, I don't know what they're doing with him. Like, cause yeah, I would want him to have relationships with his children, or not.
Oh, well, we saw that though.
Have that be a established thing.
But we saw that though.
With the daughter, I mean,
yes.
Legion though.
Yes.
It seems like they're just like, I don't know, they're tippy-toeing around either not being father and son, being father and son, and just hate each other or whatnot. I don't need him to be like taking Legion out to go play baseball, but I would like them to have a civil relationship.
Hey, my stance on Legion stands.
Right, but that's not the context that the comic wants us to think. Like, you would have to retcon that to be that Legion never considered him to be his father and Xavier never considered him to be his son. The comic wants us to think that they consider each other to be that. You can be father and son and not like each other.
Yeah.
I want you to be civil. I don't want every time Legion sees Xavier to have him throw a dirty dig at him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Legion okay. And see, this is all right. Here's another collection to go back and read. Legion Quest. It's basically the prelude to Age of Apocalypse, but just 4 issues. It tells you everything about how Legion feels, like, or what he was going. Like, he loves his dad, but he's like, if he would have gotten his dream, he would have came back to us, but because of Magneto and like what Magneto did, create a pushback towards mutant kind. It's weird. Legion sucks. But
I don't think he sucks. I think he's being written in a really shitty way.
Yeah.
The writers have a really big bias against Xavier right now, and that might be because of an overarching plot. Xavier has to go through redemption. I'm hoping in his Immortal X-Men comic, they seed in his plan for redemption. Xavier is championing the black box. We don't know what the black box is, but that was his idea. He pushed it through Quiet Council. It's being built by Forge. We don't know what it is. I'm hoping that's his redemption. Whatever the black box is.
Yeah, because exactly. I'm with you on that. Because the black box, what was going on with that? It went to the Quiet Council. That means Storm, Shadowcat, Nightcrawler, the White Queen, all passed. They're like, I'm with that. Xavier is great.
And that's Xavier's idea that everyone agrees with. At least most people agree with it.
Well, you know, fuck Mystique. I don't care.
The black box could very well be the one and only time the Quiet Council voted unanimously. Like, normally Sinister votes no just to fuck with everybody, but the black box might have been something that even he was like, actually, you know what? I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah, because I can find a way to manipulate it. I want Magneto back on the council. Is that weird?
Magneto is a citizen of Mars now, and he needs to get chest surgery to fix that injustice-sized hole in his chest.
He's the perfect ruler for Rocco, but he also was badass on the Quiet Council.
He was a badass.
Yeah, he would. Ever notice when they would draw him, like with his cape, he kind of they made it look like he would make it like a Roman senator's toga or something.
I never saw that, but he's a man who could pull. He's a man who
He,
could
had
pull.
he was wearing purple one issue, and that was very Praetorian Guard.
Well, his purple and red orange, that's his standard color scheme, and
red orange.
Well, the purple, like his classic outfit.
Oh, the purple and red.
Yeah.
It seems like white
red
is his, I feel like white is what people see him in the movies, and so they've been making white to be his generic appearance because in the movies
that white look is dope though. You can't tell me that like that white.
A little white powery though.
That he's trippy, bro. Like Magneto doesn't have a bad look.
All you need is a pointed hat and the KKK joke.
Magneto was a badass, and he shaved his head bald, and he didn't need to. He just did it because he wanted. He just wanted to change his look.
Like shows Xavier what an actual attractive bald man looks like.
Hey, see this? I look good. See Magneto? Magneto's great. Magneto was great. But okay, wrapping up. It was an okay week for X-Men. What do you guys think?
It was great. We could have gotten some more big reveals. Like, I always expect a Judgment Day comic book to be big, but didn't really get anything big. I am liking the judgments. I have more faith that the Celestial is not corrupted.
He's doing it. He's coming into this with the best intentions.
Some of the judgments the Celestial made, even I could be like, no, that's actually that's a fair stance.
Corey, how do you feel?
I only read Wolverine, and you know how the Celestial screwed with Wolverine for a bit, and I'll read all of Judgment Day when it's all bottled.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm doing with I'm basically doing that with Dark Crisis too, because I'm just like, I don't have the courage to see the next Crisis, which happened Death Metal and Dark Crisis are just too close together for me. And I'm like, okay, so now you're not happy with how Death Metal set everything up, reset everything, and now you want to reset everything again?
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, so this Master Jarl, Corey, I'm 1407. We'll see you soon.